sobrang saya sa pakiramdam. Hindi man kami pinalad sa finals. Pagsusumikapan din namin muna yung bronze. Habang tumatagal, lalong gumaganda yung galawan nila, yung mas gumaganda yung galaw nila. Kailangan lang namin gawin, mag-enjoy lang, tapos yung sa mga play nila, pinag-aralan din namin. Kailangan makasabay kami sa bilis ng play nila.
We started off with 25 teams, and now we are down to 4. In just a little bit, it's going to be the battle for the bronze. And after that, winner takes the gold medal here at the Spikers Turf, where power meets passion. And you know that's what you're in for. This is it. This is the last day of competition, and we are very excited. As you can see, this is what really this tournament is all about. It is a lot of excitement today. Like we said, this is the last day of competition here at the Spikers Turf, and we got 4 teams standing. First up, the Saints and Lattes Letran going up against our guests from Japan, Maruichi. And later tonight, it is the battle for the gold with Signal HD Spikers going up against the Santa Elena Nationals. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Phil Oil Echo Oil Arena for a great day of volleyball. Sadly, the last day of volleyball for the Spikers Turf for this particular tournament. But we are glad you're on hand. This is the day that you probably want to just stay home and catch some volleyball live instead of battling the traffic. We are live coming from One Sports Plus, and Filipinas Live. Chiki Puno here with Noreen Go, Ayana Perlas, you already met earlier. Noreen, aren't you glad we're here and not in the middle of traffic?
I am very glad, but I'm very sad because it is the last day of the Spikers Turf.
Right, but it's going to be an exciting last day. We talked about Maruichi going up against the Letran Saints and Lattes, who I must say is a surprise finisher here.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about their journey and how happy they are to actually be here, to have come this far. And in their last match, they actually met, I think, in the second game day of the semifinals. And the SNL won it in 4 sets. Apart from the second set, you can see the first, third, and fourth are really close. They're pretty close. It was a good match. And if you look at the numbers, you can see the strengths and weaknesses of both teams. What you don't see is Maruichi actually is a good serving team. So you see their weaknesses, the blocking and the errors. But if they can serve well today and give problems to the first pass, they might have a chance to actually get the bronze.
Alam mo kung ano nakakatakot dito, Noreen, for the Saints and Lattes? This team, because they're very young and they have grit. They are just improving by the minute. I mean, they are just getting better and better, so they might peak today. So that's something that Letran has to watch out for. But we've got the Bem Bautista, who is the go-to Letran Saints and Lattes players. Let's talk a little bit about him.
Yeah, when we started off this conference, so we talked a lot about Vince Simpson, and it's just a gauge of how good this team has. They started winning. We started talking about a lot of other players in Santa Maria, Aranio. But aside from Simpson, you did mention Bem Bautista just came out of his shell. He just emerged in this conference, so a bright spot for Coach Brian and for the future of Letran.
Yep, but we say he's a go-to because really it cannot be all on the shoulders of Vince Simpson. I think that is really the key, how everybody will come together and play as a team to win the bronze today in this particular match. And now let's go over to the other side, a Flying Dragon. I mean, he's got the name of a champion, Yuji. Diba? We all know Yuji Nishida. But this one, Yuji Kawagoe, also is going to, I think, attract our attention today.
Well, since day one, he showed us he was a prolific scorer. You know, the first game, second game, he was checked in the third game. But it just goes to show how talented he is. In that last game wherein they beat Perpetual Quinto Tires, he came out swinging once again and led his team. And they're also happy that maybe it took the last day, but they're here and fighting also for bronze.
That's right. Like number 9, one of the men to watch here on the side of Maruichi, and we have a couple more to highlight later on. But let's turn it back to Ayana Perlas, who has an invitation for all of you.
Thank you so much, Chiki and Noreen. Yes, of course, it's finals day, and we are so excited for our supporters to be watching us, most especially on the Pilipinas Live app. If you guys haven't downloaded the Pilipinas Live app yet, you guys can download it on the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. So right now, if you're watching from there, we have a poll question right below your screens. The question is, which outside spiker will be leading his team to bronze? Is it Bembem Bautista or Yuji Kawagoe? You guys can join the conversation by using the hashtag #SpikersTurf 2023 or follow us as well on Instagram and Facebook at SpikersTurf to stay updated with our next conference and your favorite teams as well. Now, let's turn it over to the venue announcer for the starting lineup.
Presenting our nationals for this match. First referee, Mr. Mark Santos. Second referee, Mr. Fernando Velarde. Let's call on our starting lineup from our Saints and Lattes Letran Saints Spikers. Let's begin with jersey number 1, Vince Virey Himzon. At number 2, John Derek Bautista. Wearing jersey number 3, Steven Santamaria. At number 4, John Wayne Araño. Number 14, Namron Eleka Caballero. And number 16, Krister Lou Ambrosio. Starting libero is their team captain, number 19, Rexel Red Catris. Head coach, Mr. Brian Esquivel. Presenting our Maruichi Hyogo team from Japan. Team captain wear jersey number 1, Hinata Kuroda. At number 4, Kitaro Iwakura. Number 9, Yuji Kawagoe. Number 10, Kyosuke Maruyama. Number 13, Ryoto Kobayashi. And number 14, Kyosuke Kashimoto. Starting libero is number 2, Wakawatsi Ren. Head coach, Mr. Kota Kunichika. This is match number 75, the battle for the bronze, a do-or-die, winner-take-all match. May the best team win.
For today, Santa Maria Himzon, Ambrosio Bautista, Caballero Araño, and Raxel Catris, the libero. And over on the side of Maruichi, we highlighted Kawagoe, number 9. He is one to watch. He takes flight a lot, just like his namesake, Yuji. And I think we're watching a bunch of young players here, Noreen. So I think magkakatalo dito sa energy, sa speed. And let's see, the last time they met, like we talked about at the top of the coverage, nanaig ang Letran winning that match in 4, but we also said that this Japanese team is learning by the minute.
Yeah, what's important for me really is, they've gone through 3 games each, 4 games each. And what's important is how they learned, what they learned, and in today's game, they should put it into practice.
That's right. And that one's outside. Hyogo there. That's a break for the Saints and Lattes. Harada couldn't keep that one in play.
Well, I remember some of like 1 or 2 interviews with Maruichi. They were talking about the blocking of the Philippines in general when they entered into the Spikers turf. They were so impressed with their blocking, they didn't know what hit them. So today's game, we want to see how their coverage is, or they themselves, will they block better? Again, it's a learning process.
Nakita din natin yung really the difference in the errors the last time out. And that's something that they can easily clean up. Yun yung mga madaling ayusin eh. Kasi papanuorin mo, you're gonna watch back and learn from your mistakes. And that's what joining leagues such as this, that's really what it's all about.
And you're actually pertaining to Maruichi because because they tend to commit more errors than their opponents. So yeah, they have to check that today.
If we go back to their numbers from the last time they met, there's 29 errors that Maruichi committed And that's for the entire match, of course, compared to the 15 of Saints and Lattes. So, dun din ang kailangan gawin talaga ng Maruichi dito is to clean up their act. We're watching Letran in the dark green shirts versus the men in black, the Japanese team.
MIB.
Oh, see, these errors still coming, but you know, it's early in the game. And I think it's the adrenaline. They know they're playing for the bronze.
Yeah, but because Yuji Kawagoe knows he's a marked man. So he has to get creative because he still gets his set. So he wants to change things up here and there.
That's true. Oh, the other way now. Gandang basa naman nun. You got to give that to Ben Bautista. Because, I mean, we were expecting Yuji to get a lot of touches. And that was a good reverse set, actually. But look at that solo block.
Yeah, that's one of the go-to as well. Kashimoto, number 14. But yeah, we talked about Ben Bautista in the pregame. And what a tournament he has been having.
And Yuji is able to get it with the off-speed there. And that's something that Letran is probably not going to want to repeat because that was actually gettable.
Yeah, off speed, like you said. But, you know, you talked about the energy of these teams. They're both young because Letran is also in college. Maruichi is also from 19 to 22. But when you look at Kawagoe, his energy level is off the charts. He celebrates each point like it's championship point. Seriously, seriously.
And that's what we love to watch. Oh, nice rally we're having here.
Oh!
Isa pa, hindi na hinabol. But it's a good start here for Letran, taking an early 2-point lead. But you see that Maruichi is fighting. And as we noted, I think this is what we were talking about off-cam, you know, na parang ito nakakasabay naman itong Maruichi. Kahit bagong pasok sila, syempre there's a lot of not only learning about your personal game, but really what your opponents are like.
Yes. Scouting.
Scouting. Of course, it goes both ways. Hindi rin naman sila na-scout ng kalaban nila.
So we were talking about SNL Letran, right? And, you know, their journey, they even upset Perpetual Quinto.
Yeah.
You know, they ended 7 in the NCAA and then they beat the number 1. So that in itself, they've grown by leaps and bounds here.
Just going back to Saints and Lattes. We'll do that after the break. We are on our first technical timeout. Scores 8-3 with Letran up by 5.
Welcome back to the bronze medal match of the Spiker Surf Invitational Conference 2023. This is the match between the Letran Knights going against Maruichi. Konnichiwa, Chiki and Noreen. Okay, so I want to talk about our best scorer here in the semifinals match, and that is Yuji Kawagoe. Now, of course, I was able to talk to him, and he mentioned earlier that he's been playing volleyball for 13 years now. And like what you mentioned, Yuji did not expect this type of intensity in Philippine volleyball, and he's happy with his experience here as he is able to up his game and bring this experience with him in Japan. He likes how Philippine volleyball challenges him on how to be more creative with his points production, most especially that he doesn't do extra training back in Japan. And he said the core reason why he's able to score 18.3 points per game is actually just because of his confidence in himself and that he believes in himself in every game. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Ayana. Wow, 13 years. I mean, that's a pretty long time playing volleyball. Of course, that means he started very early because this guy's still young. You know? And here he is on your screen. Isipin mo lang, Noreen, kung ano pa igagaling nitong si Yuji.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's won a lot of fans. For his fans, they're hoping that he'll grow a bit more.
Yeah.
You know, a couple of more inches. But yeah, the talent is undeniably there.
And alam naman natin our love for Team Nippon, the Japanese national team, di ba? I mean, imagine we get to know these players as they get started with the game and they move up in the ranks. And what a treat for one of these boys to one day play for their flag and country.
Yeah.
And then mapapanood na lang natin sa VNL, di ba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we'll say we covered them when they were that good.
Oo nga. Oo nga. Meantime, Saints and Lattes enjoying a 5-point advantage here early in this first set. This is a game for the bronze. This is a do or die. Today is the last day of competition here at the Spikers Turf Invitational. Bittersweet day for everybody.
Agree. That's what I said by Maruyama. I mean, we always talk about Kawagoe. We also have to talk about their setter, you know, Kyosuke Maruyama. He's not the tallest of setters, but very, very smart also in setting.
Yeah, gotta be to be able to activate these players. And they have to be more creative because we know the blocking of Letran, no? Working much, much better against this same team, Maruichi, the first time out, the first time they bet. Oh, so they got to do that. Come from behind, come from the pipe, come from either left or right pin. And we've seen, like you mentioned, a variety coming from the setter, Maruyama.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, Yuki Kawagoe will be the first option, but the other players like Kuroda, you know, they have to be ready.
Ang bilis din ng pace ng larong ito. You can see it's a little bit more of a back and forth, but Letran still with that 5-point lead.
Well, from day one till this last day, Vince Himzon has really brought Letran to a different place in the volleyball world.
And you know, talking about Vince Himzon, I mean, if we look back at the first round where all 24 teams were playing, wala pa yung ating guests, no? Si Vince Himzon ang ibabaw talaga sa scoring eh. So we know that he is just a quality player. Individually, his skills are top-notch.
He ended up the eliminations as the most efficient hitter.
Yeah.
Can you imagine beating the likes of
Lahat ng nasa
Signal, right?
Oo.
That's why we're always excited to, you know, cover new teams, new names, new faces, and we're always awaiting the next superstar, we always say.
And you're going back to the eliminations. Also, si Bautista was part of the top 10 among the best spikers of the league. So really, the Saints and Lattes have so many great players to brag about. And this has been such a breakout tournament for them here at the Spikers Turf.
And then, you know, for us, we'll be excited to follow their journey after the Spikers Turf. I mean, how will they fare in the next NC? And you know, deep down, you're like a bit cheering for them as well.
You can't help but root for them because you saw them fight so hard. And you know that they are bound to just really improve and to maybe come into the NCAA with a bit of an advantage compared to those who just trained on their own.
Yeah.
Whoa, wow. And these guys are going to go back to their leagues and also appreciate what they learned here.
Yeah, that was a bomb. Kashimoto.
14 there, Kashimoto.
And he has a mean serve. I was talking about the good serves. He's one of the top servers of the squad.
Uy!
Except for that, sorry.
Except for that one.
Sorry.
Pero alam natin yung ginagawa nila eh. They're trying to really skim the net so that it is so difficult. But then there's also the danger of going right into the net.
But you're more forgiving and like recovering it. If they go for the serves and then it's an error, you're more forgiving than if it's a floater, then it goes out.
Oh, yeah,
right?
That's true. Yun na nga, I think even our fans have come to know the high risk, high return thing that we talk about with these mean jump serves. And that rally there won by Letran. And we are at our second technical timeout with the Saints and Lattes up by 6. from knight to king. Ilabas na yung espada dyan. We have to knight him really because, I mean, Vince Himson, well, we can't say enough about him.
We dubbed D.
Yeah. Yan na.
We dubbed D. Left, right, left, right.
Isuot na ng bigyan na ng corona yan.
No, but yeah, I mean, kidding aside, he has improved. He was good in day one, but he has improved. He knew he will be the marked man for Letran, but then he knew how to read his opponents, the defense, and go around it. That's how good he is.
Yeah, we are excited for what else this kid has in store for him as he moves along here in his volleyball career.
I'm actually curious. I mean, not looking at the stat sheets. Like, how many more years does he have with Letran, together with Bautista, Rano, and the likes? I mean, this core.
Pero like we said at the top of the coverage also, I think even they were surprised at how well they did in this tournament and how they're able to, I mean, they lost one game in the elimination round only because they're in the same pool as Signal.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And yun na nga, they had surprise wins. Yung mga the Cab Stars, they beat, and to be able to come into the quarterfinals and then push their way into this Final Four. Looking at the service errors here, Letran already has 3, but 6 for Maruichi, and that's a lot.
That's double.
The errors, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good cover. Back row there for Letran. Blocking working a little better for Maruichi today, but not as well as the Saints and Lattes. And that was number 14, Caballero there with a solo block. We have a timeout. Talked about the blocking. Gumagana ang blocking ng Maruichi, pero hindi sila may score, unlike Letran, who was able to convert their blocks into points.
Yeah, 3-0 in favor of Letran. And in any competition, when you look at the numbers when they last met, if you're a team that uses your advantage, obviously you will have the advantage in today's match. That's why Letran is ahead. They're using their advantage. They're blocking, attacking. And for Maruichi, we did say the errors. But service alone, they have 6. They average 6 errors a set. They've already evened that with just the serves alone.
Yep, and we're just about halfway. Although, eto na nga, Letran with a comfortable lead here. And Maruichi just not able to string their points together. I mean, at this point, they cannot be playing side-out volleyball. They really have to eliminate the errors and maybe go for safer serves.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe have a couple of blocks.
Oh, look at that play by Aranyo, but a great pickup by the libero.
Aha!
And we credit Maruichi. He gets half a point for that one because of that save. That was Wakamatu. Ran Wakamatu, the libero for Maruichi.
Yeah.
Great pancake.
Half point, half point.
And that is a great down the line there. Zone 1 empty for Maruichi.
Yeah, that's one thing. Obviously, Maruichi needs to develop in the future is blocking the middles of their opponents. Because there are people there, but it's the timing. They just can't get a hand in that.
Oh, that was a mean one. This time, number 14, Kashimoto.
Well, they're down still by 5. Like you said, they cannot afford to just trade points with Letran. They need some stops here.
That's Kuroda with a serve, and that one is still called outside. They're still gambling with their serves.
I think that's a 7th service error. I lost count at 6.
And imagine, those are just, if you put it in perspective, those are instant points for your opponent.
Free.
Yeah. Oh, that's through the block, good pancake. And that's going to be called, wala na, it touched the floor, I think. And are we going to see a challenge here?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Because that was a good effort there by Catrice of Saints and Lattes, their team captain, the libero.
You know, in real time, it didn't even look like a pancake. It's like he bent low enough to dig. I'm not sure it could be a pancake because it was low, but it looked good. I mean, it looked like it was a good ball.
Natatawa ko in general when you watch Spiker stir. When we go for the slow-mo for the Challenge Cup, it looks like real time. Sometimes, even with the slow-mo, hindi mo pa rin makita ang bilis kasi. Diba? And we've also seen the evolution of this challenge system and how it's been used tactically. Sometimes even when you don't need to challenge, you do just to change the pace or just to disrupt the pace a bit.
You know, it's also available in badminton. I was just watching a tournament, I think in China, and I think they're given 2 challenges as well. So yeah, I mean, it's good that, you know, they're adding technology to the sport and not too much. Like 2 challenges, that's fine.
May hangganan. And meantime, taking a look at these boys. The boys on your screens, they seem to be relaxed, having fun. Look at them, the body language. I think this is exactly how Letran needs to play. Let's see. Ay, nako. Mukhang tamang-tama.
It is a
perfectly timed, yeah. Yeah. And, you know, it's tough to see for the Lions judge because it really happened so quickly. And look where he is. So that was a good decision to challenge.
Yeah.
Doon yung Lions judge sa likod niya eh. Diba?
So challenge, I was trying to fix the antenna. I wasn't sure it wasn't clear. I was adjusting the antenna.
21-15. Letran looking good in this first set. Oh, that one got through the block. Well, see, Bautista got a hand on it. He started off the set with that solo block, pero hindi pa naulit. He needed it a little tighter than it was, I think.
Well, there's a substitution, obviously, for serving purposes.
That's the first ball, solid block, good recovery for Letran. They go again. And here's a chance for Maruichi. Yuji again hits it out. And it's been hit or miss, mostly misses, actually, for Yuji Kawagoe. But there's a block touch. Lucky for him.
There's a challenge.
There's a challenge. Okay.
But you can see the rallies are actually getting better for Maruichi. Oh, they're admitted.
Oh, this is for fair play, di ba? Ilabas na ang green card dyan.
Give me your wallet. I'm gonna put some money in it.
If in case you don't know what Noreen is talking about, may reward na ngayon yung mga fair play pag umaamin ka.
Meron ba
diba?
sa Spikers? I'm not sure, ha?
Wala. In international play, wala. We don't have the fair play award here. We had it in the other tournament,
PNVF.
PNVF, right? But that's the way things have been going here in the sport. You want to also acknowledge those who want to just admit to their faults and speed up the game, actually.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
22-17. Letran looking good still. And they're on their way. It's a bunch of errors. It's that same approach, the same kind of shot that Yuji Kawagoe is trying to go for. Pero lumalobo.
That's actually, you're right, though. It's the same follow-through as the previous one. That was called a check. But this one, he angled it like in the A-boards. So, yeah, it went wide.
And this could be... Oh, that one is off the block, too. And this has been quite an easy time for the Saints and Lattes in this first set. They find themselves in several set points here. 24-17 is the count. 7 chances to win this first set.
Yep. Well, Letran really in full control here in the first set.
And this is going to be a chance ball, a chance to finish it here for the Saints and Lattes. Combination attack, well read. Well done by number 4, Iwakura of Maruichi. Ganda nun.
Yeah, you won't see a lot of blocks from Maruichi, but yeah, that was a solid stuff, one-on-one, you name it.
Ganda pa naman nung pagka-execute ng combination attack ng Letran, ano? Pero nahabol talaga ng Maruichi.
Ben Bautista already, he could taste the set already.
Oh. Aranio try again. Is it the same play? That one is outside. Again, there's some leeway for Letran to, to miss a couple, but they don't want to give too much of a chance to Maruichi here.
And they just have to remember, they're just 1 point away from winning this set.
Oh, wow. Finally, that service ace that they have been going for, talking about Maruichi. They've been going hard with their serves, eh.
Yeah, Kashimoto finally gets an ace.
And a much-needed timeout called by Letran.
Oh, sa magandang pasa tayo. Ha? 1.1 tayo, 1.1. Doon si Bemben, dito si Riley. Ha? Sunuran lang. Sunuran lang. Pabilisin na natin yung ginagawa natin. Ikaw, kailangan mapakagat mo yung middle. Hoy, umasa ka dyan. Akin ka lang akin. Napakarami mo ng error dyan sa likod. Letran! Tapos tayo.
I gotta say, Maruichi has been really good at detecting these combination attacks and not really getting fooled by the decoy. And I think yun yung challenge on the side of Letran, ano? Si Coach Esquivel is saying, pakagatin nyo yung middle.
Because they know they're just, well, whatever.
All they needed to do was ice the server. And that worked. 1 point. So the set point care of Coach Esquivel for calling the timeout. And that was a very anticlimactic way, actually, to end the match. But the set. But really, that's what it was all about. 25-20. Let's talk more about this first set after the break. Letran winning it by 5 points in that first set. Actually, it was a bigger advantage that Letran had. Nakahabol ng konti Maruichi, but it ended with a service error, which kind of is fitting because that's what it's been like so far since we started this match.
Well, you know, there's a script writer for this match so far in the first set that just followed the script to the period, to the exclamation point.
Yeah.
I mean, they just controlled it in the sense that they're attacking well, they were blocking consistently, at least trying to stop the plays of Maruichi. Maruichi just, you know, too many errors. You kept saying that. We were talking about 4, 5, 6, 7 service errors, and that in itself, they couldn't get anything going. And if you look at the numbers, like, followed to a script,
Yeah.
Letran, 11 attacks, 3 blocks, and just 5 errors. Maruichi, the 11 errors is already an eyesore, right? I mean, that in itself, 11 to 5, so that's 6 points already that you have given Letran.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the plus side, Maruichi actually outscored Letran in attacks. So, bawas-bawasan lang talaga lang yung errors nila. They'll do better. They will fare better against Saints and Lattes.
Well, good start
Yeah.
by Maruichi.
They score first. Ah, that's a good serve. But nice pickup by the libero. Team captain there. Is that touched? Untouched.
Santa Maria didn't even complain. He knew that he wasn't able to get a finger in that.
Oh. Straight to the libero who handles the job, and that's a great attack there. And look at the sportsmanship there. Vince Simpson crossing the net to make sure that his opponent
Was that a
is okay.
facial?
Oh, it looked like it.
No,
Or
because-
parang umiwas siya eh.
Oh, because the second referee actually blocked my angle, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, happened fast, but net helping there. And that's off the block. That's a smart play for Maruichi's Kyusoking Kashimoto. He's using the hands of Letran.
Yeah, these are, you know, the few players that have stepped up to help Yuji Kawagoe. Kashimoto has been playing well, playing solid.
And look at Bautista. That's 2 in a row. Huge attacks. This time by Bautista, the 2 that we highlighted. And they're just playing a 1-2, a tandem here. Himson and Bautista. Just really challenging the blockers of Maruichi. Walang coverage yun. So na uutakan nila.
Oh,
Now an ace. And we're even at 3 apiece. So Maruichi scoring first in the second set.
well, you know, Maruichi, they're also known for very solid service reception, so these shouldn't be creeping in today, the reception errors.
Oh, that's off the block. Good enough for a point. And Yuji Kawagoe celebrating that one.
Well, Santa Maria had a hand in that. It was a one-on-one, but yeah, great angle there by Kawagoe. And again, the celebration. It's like game point.
It's like Christmas.
It's like
Oh, but it is.
Yeah, the Christmas also for that serve.
Yeah.
They have to check that. Really, we will say it over and over again. If Maruichi wants a shot at least winning this set, they have to get their serves in.
Oh, good one. Good combination attack there by Maruichi.
Well, Caballero actually starting this set. Oh, great set again. Look at that. Caballero's up, down.
Oh, I wonder if that was meant for him. I think Caballero knew na that was nahabol lang niya kasi ang taas niya tumalon, but I think it was a wider open set supposed to be. Let's see.
Well, that scratch in the head by Aranio, probably it's like, it's not meant for you. Because no, why will he scratch his head? But Maruichi will take it.
Oh, there's been serving much better so far. And blocking better also. And you know, from Maruichi, if they could just sustain this kind of play where they're more accurate with their serves and their blocks.
Yeah, because we know that attacking is a strength and that's a given. So if you can add, you know, some,
Another dimension.
yeah,
Oh.
like you said it, blocking, that would be good.
Bautista timing it, and again the blockers present for Maruichi. They get another chance here to counter. Oh, that was a great angle there. Kuroda just kills it. And look who is at our first technical timeout. Maruichi up by 4, 8-4 is the count.
You're still watching the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference 2023. This is the battle for bronze for the Letran Knights going against Maruichi. Now, if Letran was our breakout team of the conference, let's talk about our breakout player, and that is Bem Bautista. Now, I was able to speak to Bem, and he talked about how before this conference, he actually wasn't the most confident player as he was going through a lot of personal problems. But after entering Letran, head coach Brian Esquivel was one of the people to help him get that confidence back. It started with helping him with his academics, which lessened his stress, and the enjoyment of volleyball, and the game just followed. Now, Coach Brian even shared with me that Bem is not even at 100%. Yes, he has the height. Yes, he has the skills. But as you guys can see, his build is not yet at 100%. His jumps are not yet at 100%. And that is what they will be working on after this Spikers Turf. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Ayana. We cannot wait to see this guy at 100%. Oh, that's a good serve by Bem Bautista. Good coverage by Maruichi. Really adjusting a lot. In-game adjustments we're seeing for the Japanese. And that's check ball, it seems.
Yeah, they called it on Kuroda. And Santa Maria from the back. Much needed for them. You don't want to extend this match. You want to win it in 3 sets.
It took them 4 sets the last time out to win against Maruichi, talking about the Saints and Lattes, but now it's the medal at stake, so they want to just amp it up a little bit more. But come on, those blocks.
That was number 4, Iwakura.
Saradong sarado. And that's 2 solid blocks. Killed blocks already for Maruichi in this second set.
Yeah, and you're right, though, the adjustment that you see, that they're not just jumping and trying to block, they're penetrating the net with their hands.
Maruichi still with the lead, but Letran is gaining on them slowly. Oh, wow. And again, just a little bit more control needed here from Kashimoto.
Yeah, they called it out.
Kita mo yung approach eh. Magandang approach, magandang speed ng bola. Just need a little more wrist action to make sure it drops into the court of the opponent. And a freebie there for Maruichi.
Yeah, Caballero gives it right back. It's Christmas.
That could have gone either way. Kung lumakas lang ng konti, the net would have been helpful to them. Oh, we need better first balls also from Letran if they want to set up well.
But yeah, wasted opportunity because no blockers in sight. But Santa Maria hit it wide. The same thing, like you said, no flick of that wrist.
And I think it was that first pass. Medyo nag-struggle doon, naghabol pa si Aranyo. Service error from Maruichi. And Paking of Letran coming in for the first time in this match. Quick, good read by Himson. And look at him go. Himson just showing off his blocking prowess and then his attacks. And this is a converted player from outside hitter to middle blocker. No? So, pinapakita niyo yung pagka all around.
The versatility
Yeah.
of Vince Himson. And I remember when they started, he said he was sick and then he wasn't playing up to par, but he always looked like he was playing, you know, a lot better than what he's saying. So it just goes to show really how good this kid is.
Such an athlete. Ball back to Maruichi, 12-10. Letran hasn't led in the second set. Oh, that might have been out if he let it go. Pero mabilis talaga nakadulo na si Catrice doon.
You're right, though.
Yeah.
I think it might have gone out. I had to look at the slow-mo to agree or disagree.
Well, that one went out and Catrice let that one go. So bumalik din sa Letran. Bola, still that 2-point advantage na inaalagaan ng Maruichi.
Yeah, but if you're Letran, you want to break that 2-point barrier.
Oh, again, using the hands. We've seen that play before. Just Kashimoto playing it smart.
It's not easy to get that through Himson, we have to say. Bautista, Himson, that's 1 against 2.
Yeah. That's a good first ball. And that's what you get, di ba? Pag ibigay mo ng tama, si Himson naman, papatay naman niya eh.
That's what I thought you were going to say. That's what you get for scoring a point off Himson. He's going to get it right back.
Well, that too. He certainly dealt
too.
Yep, he dealt it to them. Underhanded serve.
Oh,
good cover.
Yeah.
Chance here for Maruichi to set up again. Again, off the hands. Kashimoto knows what to do against this double block of Letran.
And I always say Kawagoe's celebration is infectious.
Yeah.
Right? Look at this.
Sarap eh.
He has a celebration of his own.
Now a 3-point advantage for Maruichi. Bautista is stopped there by the blocker. This is Korea.
Oh!
Outside. Oh, good ball sense there by Maruichi to let it go. And now a 4-point advantage coming into our second technical timeout. 16-12 is the score. We'll be back. Back here at the Phil Oil, Eco Oil Center, 16-12 with Maruichi leading by 4. Let's talk a little bit about the captain, Hinata Kuroda. Trust the captain, we say, and they have to trust each other, not just the captain.
Yeah, I mean, we always mention Kawagoe all the time, but you know, there are other people to a team.
Yeah.
And the captain has always been steady, not the highest pointer, but always the steady ones. You can see the number. It's good that we are mentioning him because he's also playing well for Maruichi.
Yeah, he actually scored 18 against the Saints and Lattes on their first meeting. And Ayana has more to tell us about Kuroda.
Yes, Chiki and Noreen, I want to talk more about Captain Hinata Kuroda. If there's one thing that he noticed about his team here in the Spikers turf, it's that they are way too relaxed compared to the Philippine players. They show no emotion. They do not celebrate after every point. And today's goal for him and his team is to be more vocal, communicate more, and show more emotions because he believes that this is the only way to get the bronze medal here in the Philippines. Back to you guys.
Well, we're seeing all the emotion that we can ask for from Maruichi team, which is actually enjoyable. And may dahilan yun. Talaga it's intentional. They are doing it on purpose. Yeah.
I like what Aliana said. This is the only way to get the bronze medal here in the Philippines. I have some bronze medals in the... you want some? It's Christmas, by the way. Like as you
Gusto mo
said.
mamigay, ah?
Mamigay. Ay, hindi pala. Puro gold pala. Just kidding. Anyway,
Yeah, it's
anyway.
Christmas time, and this is the last day of competition here at the Spikers Turf. We're glad you are with us, and make sure you stay stuck for the rest of the afternoon, going into evening. Baka matagalan tayo for our ultimate game, the match battle for gold between Signal and NU. Not a surprise.
Not a
It's gonna end
surprise.
that way.
That should be a good one.
Oh, that's off the block again. And we talked about how the learning curve for Maruichi is so steep. Talaga, ang bilis nilang matuto. And look at them leading by 5 now after losing that first set, 25-20.
And you know, in that match, in their first encounter, they did win the first set, but it was come from behind. But it wasn't this pretty, meaning, yeah, they had their bright spots, but they didn't look like the way they're playing today. So you said it, the learning is obviously there.
Yeah. Meantime, Saints and Lattes need to hark back to that first meeting you were talking about, because that's where they saw their dominance over this team, and they need that. This is now for the bronze medal.
Anyone's medal.
Good coverage by Maruichi, and they're able to hit off the block. That's how they've been scoring so far.
Well, trust the captain, and the captain scored for you.
Yan naman ang on cue. Worth the highlight, sabi niya. And as we mentioned, he was one of the top scorers the last time they met. Him and Yuji Kawagoe. We have a timeout called by Saints and Lattes.
Nakaangat lang na ganyan. Kaya pag tumama bola, tapon ng tapon lang eh. Hindi niya ipasok. Mababa naman yung daan ng bola eh. Ha? Ano nangyayari? Kung ikaw, gusto mo sumalo, umadjust ka sa net, huwag ka dumikit sa net. Para mablock mo yan. Pag tama yan, babalik pa sa kanila. Lima lang yan. Hindi pa tapos yan. Kailangan nyo magtrabaho. Minimize error para makahabol tayo.
Ayan na.
Go, 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 go!
Pagkasahan namin din ang pensahan. Atakihin nyo na. Saints and Lattes! Saints and Lattes! Saints and Lattes!
It is a 5-point lead, and we are at this stage of the game. On your screen to see 19 na ang score ng Maruichi. Palapit ng palapit sa 25-point mark. And the adjustments that si Coach Esquivel is asking for, Noreen.
Yeah, and to minimize the errors, we heard that.
Oh. And still error prone. Saints and Lattes here. And that's 6 already for Letran. So this is the picture that Maruichi painted. Maruichi also is not without errors in the second set. They already have 5.
That's actually part of their game, but for Letran to be committing more errors, that's actually not a pretty sight to see.
And Maruichi getting a lot more chances to set up, and that is paying off. So it's been also good digging, good defense from Maruichi, allowing for their playmaker to activate the different players here.
You saw that, no? That follow through, that he really put emphasis on that wrist.
Yeah, and then fundamentals then. And that's Japanese volleyball for you. And look at this lead. It's a 6-point lead, although Letran is able to get the ball back. Again, they need to rally here.
Yeah, you can sense that for Letran, they're not in control. Not like in the first set. They were very calm. Right now, it's like they're they can't seem to find their groove.
Oh, and lucky break here, untouched by Letran. I think it's still, you know, it's the skills, it's just fine-tuning the attacks for Maruichi. I mean, the plays are there, the system's in place.
That's a good serve.
Back row attack, and that escapes Ben Bautista. And that's a point again for Maruichi. Looking good here in the second set. Kind of the reverse of what happened in the first set.
Yeah. Well, again, you have to credit the setter, Maruyama, because we know that Kawagoe is the first option, but he is still able to score because, you know, Maruyama is trying to set up others as decoys.
Oh, this time, Letran able to salvage that one. And bigay nyo na lang kasi kay Himson, sabi ng mga taga-Letran. And, you know, this is really, he is really the one to, I mean, he is the go-to player. So they just need to give him chances to score. Timeout for the Japanese.
Nagbibigay tayo ng puntos ng walang kalaban-laban. Di ba? Gigil na kayong matake. Hindi makakukuha sa isang malakas na palo yan. Ha? Kailangan, gamitan natin ng isip para makahabol ka. Hindi pwedeng puro lakas. Ha? Tandaan nyo, ang volleyball, hindi pa lakasan. Paramihan ang gamit ng utak dyan. Pag nanggigil kayo, wala. Sira laro nyo. Ha?
Try. Saints and Lattes! Saints and Lattes!
So that point actually went, see, I have a bad angle here. I thought it went in. My apologies, but that was actually outside. But we see that, si Himson actually hindi nagagamit din eh. Ito na nga, hindi natin nakikita ang Saints and Lattes able to set up plays. And look at that, now he's being checked.
Better defense. Oh, on the side of Maruichi. That causes that. Yet another error by Letran.
And this is now set point for Maruichi. And I think really Letran, they just have to chalk this up to experience and make sure that they make the proper adjustments in set number 3. There's a chance for Maruichi to put it away. Nope, ball right back to Letran, packing. And yeah, that probably did not go over the net.
Yeah,
just the same, packing will keep going.
But the referee did not whistle, so
Yeah.
keep playing.
Good coverage here by Maruichi.
Oh!
And there you go. That was a great set point with that rally. And Maruichi just kept coming. Of course, Letran with their defense, but finally nanaig din ang Maruichi. And they win the second set one more time on that winning point.
Yeah, you did say they look good doing it,
Yeah.
and a great set, great win for Maruichi. So we are tied here in this battle for bronze.
And we will talk more about that second set after this break. Stay with us. (25-16). This time the way of Maruichi, and we are split right down the middle. One set apiece for Letran and Maruichi Hyogo for this battle for bronze.
Yeah, I think Maruichi's alter ego came to play in the second set. It was a totally different team. You know, they were the ones who were in control of the pace of the game. They're the ones stopping at the net, which is pretty much the game of SNL, right? Letran, and they just like grabbed that game and made it their own. That's why they had a really comfortable win, a second set win. So we are tied, and now the adjustments have to be made. What is Letran going to do to try to win this third set? Yeah.
25-16, mostly on the attacks. 13-9, and the opponent's errors. Ayun, Letran naman ngayon ang mas madaming errors kesa sa Maruichi. They've actually been able to minimize it to 6. Yeah.
From 11 to 6, and then Letran from 5 to 9, and no blocks. You know, they're known for their blocks, and if you do not use your advantage, you're not going to win that set.
And now they both get a fresh start. And, you know, we were talking about this also at the top of the coverage, how Maruichi is just getting better by the day. So this is really something that Letran has to think about. And they have to hark back to the reason why they are here playing for the bronze and remember what they're about. Taking a look at the scoring here so far, it's Kashimoto leading all players with 10 points. And still nobody in double digits so far after 2 sets on the side of Letran. And the rest of the field here, Himson has 8 so far for Letran, the top scorer. Caballero follows with 6 points. Bautista needs to be activated a little more. He's only scored 4. Santa Maria with 3 points.
I think also the biggest difference in the second set, it was a more balanced attack for Maruichi. It's not just Kawagoe. You did mention like Kashimoto. You know, I mean, it's just not just one player. It's like the others also are supporting Kawagoe.
And natutuwa ka nga kay Maruyama, yung kanilang setter na who's been doing a great job distributing the ball. And now we're seeing the service aces, the returns of these risks are paying off for Maruichi.
Yeah, right? They're a good serving team.
Oh, that's an overpass. Oh, first ball. And, oh, it's a good cover though by Aranyo. But it's a broken play again for Letran. Back row attack with the help of the net, but that one sails outside. Lucky for Letran because there was no coverage there.
Actually, everything but the shot. For me, it was just a well-designed play. You know, the decoys did their job, but the hit, that back row attack just clipped the net and sailed wide.
Oh, we have very strict officials here calling a double contact violation.
Yeah, barely, you know, when we saw the flight of the ball, that nice refs would probably let it go. Yeah.
Well, this is the last day of competition. This is for the bronze. Oh, good off speed. Very mature. That's a great point by Yuji Kawagoe.
And if anyone can get a point off those drops, tips, and off speeds, it's Kawagoe. He sells it pretty well.
Yeah. Oh, nothing but speed on that one coming from Santa Maria, who has been contributing today also.
Yeah, but they have to start to step up. You know, it can't be just Himzon. You mentioned Bautista, you know, has to contribute as well. Santa Maria. So it has to be a team effort.
Good first ball here for Maruichi, and that was a kill for the Aegis. That looked really good.
Yeah, that's one thing we didn't see a lot throughout the start of the tournament for Maruichi. Then, when they can go to the middles, they run it.
Yeah, it's a perfect first pass, of course. And here go the jump serves, and still outside, so they have to recalibrate a little bit again. But they keep going. They refuse to let up. Talking about Maruichi and their jump serves. So that's a free point for Letran. A safer serve coming from the Saints and Lattes. And that's off the hands. Yuji scoring again.
Well, now Letran can't seem to buy a block. They're just buying vowels here, not blocks.
Kawagoe already in double digits. I think that's 11 for Yuji. Wow. 12 service errors already for Maruichi in the match today.
But again, it is more forgivable if you go for your serves.
Oh, that's a good hit. And that's something we want to see more of from Bautista, Ben Bautista, who so far only has 5 points. And last time out, he had 15 against Maruichi on their first meeting. Of course, Himson topped all scorers with 21 points, scorers from the Letran side. And it was Kawagoe who ran away with 24 points total in that last meeting of theirs.
Oh, come on.
Nothing that the blockers of Letran can do. 8-6, and this is in favor of Maruichi, who leads by 2 in this first technical timeout.
You're still watching the Battle for Bronze here at the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference 2023. Now, after the loss of Letran going against the Signal HG Spikers, head coach Brian Esquivel actually admitted na medyo mababa talaga yung moral nila coming into this game. Now, before our first set, they actually ended their team huddle with, "It's a new day, it's a new game." And remember that they were the ones who came out victorious in their first game against Maruichi. They need to mirror that performance in that game, get the good passes again, and lessen their errors if they want to get the bronze medal in today's match. Back to you guys.
Those are the intangibles that Ayana mentioned, yung mga hindi mo makikita sa stat sheet. It's the kind of maturity that you gain from spending more time on the court, just coming in with the right frame of mind, despite regardless of what happened the game before.
But I'm looking at actually the lineup of Letran. They're missing a couple of starters. I think one, Bermuda. Correct? Am I correct? Bermudo.
Yes, who did start against Maruichi.
And collected 11 points. So he's not playing today. I don't see him. I'm saying, I remember there's this one guy that I'm missing in the starting lineup.
He did play in the last game against Signal. But then, you know, it's hard when the last game you played was a sweep against you. Pero Signal din yung kalaban. Yeah, you're right. So the services of Barbido we're not seeing so far yet. He hasn't come into the game. They haven't been fielding too many players. Packing came off the bench. And we have a challenge here. Score is 8-7. So much closer in this third set. Palitan pati yung mga errors sa serve.
Well, that's what you expect after both these teams split the first two sets. A better third set. Again, it's interesting to see how each respective team, adjusts from the first and the second set.
And what do we know about Maruichi? Well, like you mentioned, they are also a young set of players here between the ages of 19 to 22. It seems they are a select team from the University of Hyogo. As we take a look at the center line fault challenge, which is not going to go their way.
That's the opposite of the foot fault. Normally you see the front of the foot. Now you're looking at the back of the foot.
And Maruichi again regains the advantage, 9-8. the start of this third set. They've split sets so far. If you're just joining us now, an easier time for Maruichi to win that second set compared to the first set. 25-20 was the score at set number 1 for Letran, and that was definitely inside, no question, by Himson.
It was checked, it was received, it was out.
Yeah.
But you know, for me, Himson has got to take over.
Yeah.
If Letran wants to win, he's got to take over. You can see that Bautista, though a few contributions, struggling in offense. So if that's the case, then Himson's just got to step up. Good save.
Oh, that was a tough one. And we've seen better digs, better passes. And that was just another free point. An error again that we're going to count against Letran on that dig, on that defense.
I mean, he was there. Bautista was actually there. It's just a matter of maybe one step forward and try to receive it better.
Oh, natamaan niya yung kakampi niya. And the net. Again, these wild serves, alternating aces and errors here from the side of Maruichi.
But Kobayashi, actually number 13, he didn't even react. It's like, oh, okay, and then that's it. I mean, they're probably,
Antibay.
or they're probably so
Sanay
used
na.
to it.
Oh, look at that. And that's something that we have gotten used to with Letran, but we missed in the last couple of sequences those solid double blocks. Himson there joining forces with Santa Maria.
We actually missed it the entire second set. They didn't have a
Oo nga.
single block.
Tama.
Oh,
Nakaiwas si Yuji doon, but good defense. Oh, pero nabalik din sa Letran. Yeah, credit Katris for that one.
yeah. Good effort, though. No, good effort by Letran to try to keep that ball in play, but Kobayashi was all over that.
And that one's outside again. So also we've been asking for Himson to just get more attempts, and he's been getting the balls, but yun na nga, marami din lumalabas sa mga palo niya today. Solid block. Santa Maria couldn't get through that one.
Boy, you know, and we've seen that in set number 2, if Maruichi's blocking is there, that's not a good sign for Letran.
Oh! Well, they do it again. It's definitely there. I mean,
Back
they
to
are,
back.
yeah, tremendous blocking here we're seeing from Maruichi, and that is a cause for timeout.
Hindi nadadaan sa lakas yan, sa lakas. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, ito ginamit dapat natin pagka naglalaro ng volleyball. Sarado na, di ba? Wala nang dadaanan ng bola. Pagpapaluin pa natin. Mababawasan mo ang pagkalalaki mo pagka nag-trouble ka. Oh. Maging tactical tayo eh. Hindi tayo, nagigigil na tayo. Ito, gigil, gigil, gigil. Ha?
Relax, relax. There, iba! Iba! Iba!
You know, you sense the frustration here from Coach Esquivel because it's so ironic. It's the blocking that got Letran their first win against Maruichi, and this time, grabe ang blocking talaga ng Maruichi ngayon. They have been on point, and they have been doing it, you know, even in terms of their form and their execution. Picture perfect blocking.
Yeah, but as you were saying that, they go into the net. But I like it in the huddle. You heard Coach Brian Esquivel actually saying, yung giggle factor, you gotta erase that.
Oh, that one is, you know, I think that's what he's been angling for all game long, those cut shots.
That's actually his strength, aside from the celebration after. But yeah, again, no, he's trying to read the opponents now. He doesn't want to get blocked. He's trying to maneuver around the blockers or over the blockers.
Oh, what a dive. And look at that effort by Maruichi. Good coverage by the Japanese.
Oh!
And that point is worth an entire lap around this court. Look at these guys. Look at these boys. It's like they won. Oh, what a point. And what a celebration. Very fitting for Maruichi with that last one. One more time on that sequence.
They deserve that. They worked hard for that.
Di sinayang. There you go. And we are at our second technical timeout, 16-11. Maruichi with a 5-point lead. We are back here at the Phil Oil Echo Oil Center. This is the battle for bronze. A lot of very exciting exchanges here in this third set. And why not? These two teams split the first two sets, so we are seeing who will be able to get a lead. Looks like Maruichi has got a pretty good start here already with a 6-point advantage.
Yeah, and that's also because of 10 attacks as compared to 4 for Letran. But again, you know, Coach Brian did say in that huddle in his first time out is the giggle factor. We're seeing that in a lot of the attempts of Letran. They have to forget about that. That's not the way to get your points. You have to do it slowly but surely.
And I don't know, you know, they're a young team, and the blocking, the very successful blocking of Maruichi might be getting into their heads already, which is something that they need to work on, talking about Letran.
Yeah, agree.
Oh, wow, and that is what they need. They need to remember that they are the blocking team. They reign supreme in terms of the blocking. And they need to just remind themselves of that.
Yeah.
Solo block there by Bautista. We've seen a couple of those already today.
And that should boost his confidence, no, Ben Bautista,
Yeah.
because he's a bit slow today. So you're hoping that he tries to wake up here in the third set.
And Yuji, this has been his set. This third set, Yuji has been unstoppable.
Yeah.
Kawagoe.
I think he, you know, even though they're just fighting for bronze, I think I read somewhere that he actually finished the semifinals at the top. Here.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because, like we said, he scored 24 against Letran the first time around. And again, 24 against the University of Perpetual Health in that last game that they played. So yeah, he is explosive. Very exciting player. Sabi niya, I can't be called Yuji and not play like a Yuji.
Yeah. For the namesake.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm correct. He finished as the best scorer in the entire semifinals, averaging 18.3 points per match.
And his performance right now is not hurting his stats because he is looking really good.
Ooh.
And now it's the blocking again. Just really great showing here by Maruichi. Oh, that's a good adjustment there. Good thinking by Caballero. Kinaliwa na lang niya.
Whatever works, you know, that's what they need. Letran needs that. Needs to change things up. If just, you know, try to use your left, get the point. Just try to get it in.
And no errors on the serve. Back row attack. Oh, not this time for Yuji.
Oh, that was a great approach, a great swing. It was a follow through that was long.
Timeout, Maruichi. That timeout they needed kasi lumalapit ng konti ang Letran. Although lamang pa rin ang Maruichi, they have dominated and really dictated the pace in this third set.
Well, you know, they're really looking for the bronze. So they tie this at one set apiece. They're leading here. They don't want to let go of this. Oh,
Absolutely not. And Lorenzo, nagpapakilala. First time we're hearing from John Pacho Lorenzo. And like you said, it needs to be a team effort here for Letran, that left-handed hitter.
yeah, especially if you know that probably your first option is not as deadly as used to, you know, as you're all used to. So everyone's got to chip in.
Oh, good serve. Good first pass. Back row attack. And that one works for Yuji this time, just pushing the ball in. Just the boundless energy from this guy.
Yeah, and again, you know, if there was one guy who'll make the most money out of selling all these drops, it's going to be Kawagoe.
Oh, 1-2 play. That one works for Vince Simpson. He's using his height and his elevation, his timing, and getting a point. And Letran only 2 behind Maruichi, nakakahabol.
You know, that push was pure passion already for you. I mean, you knew that Himzon just wanted that point so bad.
Yeah.
You know, he pushed it and they get the point.
So it wasn't the power. It was a passion this time.
It was a passion.
Yeah. Oh! Power yon, power.
Net power. So he goes into the net.
Oh, ayan. Tingnan natin.
Oh.
Boom. Malakas, pero...
Oh, there's a challenge.
The intended touch challenge being called by Maruichi. Again, we're seeing the better use of the challenges here as we go deeper into this bronze medal match. So far, it is tied. Just looking ahead, let's talk about the match coming up for the gold. I mean, this is like both these teams have scores to settle with each other.
Yeah. Remember, conferences ago, it was NU who beat Signal.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the antenna move that I think was because of the ball touching the net, right? So walang antenna touch. So it's going to be exciting. I mean, this is shaping up to be an action-packed bronze medal match. But I mean, you know, I don't think we're wrong about building up the battle for gold here.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's going to be a good one.
Oh! And that's definitely an uncanny facial.
No, I thought it was out. I think it was just a reflex of Wakamatsu. Let's check it out.
One more time, ha?
Labas
na nga.
It was out.
Oo, lalabas na nga. Pero nakakatawa, tumama pa sa mukha talaga ni Yuji eh.
Double whammy.
Double whammy.
Double whammy.
And, I think he lost his contacts. Oo. Diretso sa mukha kasi eh. Pero yan yung sisisihin mo lang yung teammate mo dyan. But wala, anything goes here in the Spikers turf, and we have a timeout called again by Maruichi. expect the unexpected here at the Spikers service. Earlier we saw a facial by the libero who should have let that ball go. And all of that working out for Letran.
Well, it's still a 2-point game.
Yeah.
Make it 3.
And that's a great cut shot there from Maruichi. That was number 14, Kashimoto. Oh, that's a great reverse set. Totally unexpected by Letran. Aranyo going to the middle. Yun na naman.
Come
Ayun,
on.
pasok na pasok yun.
You know, that delay, that hang time,
Yeah.
Himzon has mastered that. And that's one of the reasons why he's been able to score.
I mean, there was a blocker there trying to challenge him, but yeah, the timing of that attack, that just unstoppable. Himzon, when he gets a perfect set in the middle.
Oh, good dig.
Yeah, it's a good defense, but Maruichi will reset, and there is a challenge. Net touch challenge right in the middle of the rally, stopping the play, called by Maruichi.
Well, I'm looking at the net. It
Oh.
didn't move.
Yeah. I mean, that's a risk, because if that is an unsuccessful challenge, the point will go to Letran.
Yeah.
Will it not? Yeah.
Because they stopped the rally.
It was a good rally too. We're getting excited. Medyo lahat kayo, I'm sure nanonood, nabitin din nung pumito yung referee. Parang, teka muna.
What happened? What
Yeah,
the? What
yeah.
the?
And talking about the exchanges here in the third set, they have been really quality exchanges. And why not? They have split the first and second sets, and this has been a pretty close third set. Hindi lumalabang ng mas malaki sa 4 na puntos. Pero it's been a chase for Letran.
Yeah, I mean, after the first set, they just can't seem to get that kind of game back. They struggled in the second set. Even here, you know, like you said, it's a chase. It's a constant chase.
Yeah, and they might be running out of time here with Maruichi already at 22 points. Although we've seen a couple of, you know, the momentum slightly shifting to Letran. So this, again, might just be a momentum breaker, something that Maruichi Hyogo is, I don't know, maybe thinking, calling that challenge right in the middle of the play. And, you know, it's taking a little bit of time because it's a net challenge. They're looking for the tape that will show. Because kung hindi mo nakitang kumabog yung, ano kaya hinahanap nila? At what point are they challenging the net if it never moves?
If he could understand me, I'd go talk to Coach. Coach Kota.
Di ba, paano nga?
Explain.
They're going to have to look at the tape from the serve up to the time that the challenge happened to see if the net moved at any point.
Yeah, yeah. But it's normally, when they stop play, it was the activity
Right before?
right before they stop play. But I'm not the challenge referee.
Yeah, and this is really, I don't know if this is to the advantage of Maruichi or not, like taking a break like this. I think it might be because, like we mentioned, medyo gumaganda na yung takbo dito sa court ng Letran. We had a couple of big hits there. Si Himzon, nagpapaputok na, nagpapasabog na.
Come to think of it, you may be right.
Ah,
That may be a strategy.
taking a while to get this challenge settled here. Again, let's talk a little bit more about the coming matchup between NU and Signal. We're saying, you know, both have a bone to pick kasi nanalo ang NU the last time out there. The last time they saw each other in a finals. Pero yung last game naman, hindi rin nakaubra ang NU.
Right. I mean, they lost in straight sets. But if you have a healthy Ower Retamar, if you have a healthy Nico Almendras, then it could be a different story.
Okay, you saw the net move, but I think it was because of the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, it was because of the ball.
So that is going to go the way of... Oh, look at him. He's still insisting. The coach, Kunichika, Kota Kunichika of Japan, not very happy
Again.
about that.
Let's look at it one more time.
Yeah, the ball moved when it crossed. The ball had already crossed. And that's all that for a point for Letran. Oh, but look at this. Still unstoppable. Yuji Kawagoe.
Again, he is the first option and the second option, but still, he gets the point. I mean, blockers were there. They just couldn't stop Kawagoe.
Oh, wow, what a time for a service ace. And look at that. And he is just ecstatic about this set point. One more time.
You don't see this all the time, Chicky.
Not at all. We want to see what happens after. Oh, look at that. Oh, I mean, the flexibility of this kid. And this is a much-needed timeout for Letran.
Receive muna. Rock, receive. Ha? Hey, yung laki kasi natin magkahiwalay. Kailangan magkatikit yan para hindi na lumulutog doon sa ilalim. Ha? O, kalimutan yun. Isa magka-receive, patake tayo. Ano,
Arriba! Arriba! Arriba!
And this is crunch time. Pressure situation here for Letran. 3 set points, but that was such a beauty. That was a great ace and very timely for Maruichi. And we love the way they celebrated that. Si Kashimoto. Let's see if he can do it again. Oh! 2 in a row! Look at him! What a way to end this third set. For Maruichi, 2 service aces to cap it. 25-21 is how that went. And we'll see that one more time. It's finally paying off. All of these, these really risky serves. Eto na. This is what they've been waiting for. And oh, he didn't do the matrix move.
He'll do it once.
Yeah, I only did it once, but that was enjoyable. 25-21, the way of Maruichi. It's now 2 versus 1, and we are going to set number 4 after the break. That's the story so far. Maruichi with a 1-set lead against Letran. And some of the players from the Saints and Lattes have definitely seen better days.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, again, you see the shift in the game of Letran after the first set wherein they had full control. They were playing like the team that brought them all the way here to the bronze medal match. But then the second set, then the third set, I mean, we just couldn't find that same team, something for them to think about individually and as a team. And how are they going to play out this fourth set? Because this Maruichi team from the first set is a different team in the second and the third.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
They look like they really want the bronze.
We saw really the improvement from set to set, minute by minute, like we predicted.
Yeah, and the number says it, 17 as compared to 8 attacks. Although they had more errors, it's just in all other aspects you see it. Their drive, that hunger for the bronze medal.
And interesting because that seems to be the philosophy of Coach Kunichika. No holding back. Magkamali na kayo kung magkamali kayo. But we want to see your strengths. And we want you to just go all out, play risky, give it your all, and then see where we are weak. But this is the only way they're going to out their strengths.
Right,
diba?
right. And you'd rather, at the end of the game, give it all you've got than have a couple of errors, but you can say at the end, I gave it my best, and being too cautious. I have less errors, but I didn't give it my best.
They are anything but tentative, which is, I think, something you need to be also here if you're playing for podium finish. 2-point lead already for Maruichi. This is a very important set for Letran. They need to win this one to keep playing. So just on the other side, the tentative tone and this mood over on the side of the Letran court has to change somewhat. Oh, and he just keeps coming. It is Yuji's day today. Well, it has been for the past 3 days, I think. Past 3 games.
And the way, again, they celebrate is they really want this. You can feel it there. You can just watching them, you can already feel what they're feeling.
That last play, technique-wise, talaga inibabawan ni Yuji. And now the net is playing as the 7th man, it seems, for Maruichi.
Everything going right for them. So for Letran, again, internalize, settle down, internalize. How did we get here? Don't forget that. We got here as a team. Yes, Himzon was our leader, but we got here as a team. We have to work together if we want to pull out the fourth set and force a fifth.
And that's been showing because really it's now different players contributing. Number 16, Lawrence Vicente, there with that last point.
Better pass. Oh.
Bautista. And Bautista needs to better his 6-point showing. So far, that's all he's been able to make in this set. He needs to help out Vince Himzon, who's already scored 12. I mean, he's already in double digits, but he's going to need to produce more.
Right. And for Bautista, it's not just about 1 or 2 points. You got to do it from start to finish.
And things are just looking good for Maruichi. Also, many of their players already hitting double digits. Of course, Kawagoe hitting or leading all with 18 points. Kashimoto has 16. And Kuroda with 12. Iwakura with 4.
Triple K there.
Yeah. And this one goes the way of Letran, but not without a lot of effort here by Maruichi to keep the ball in play. Masipag din sila.
Yeah. Kashimoto actually went to the A boards and kind of dislodged.
Yeah.
Dislodged them.
Winasak eh.
Hindi naman. Minove lang ng konti.
Oh, good read. That was barely out.
But enough. I mean, Letran doesn't need that. You don't want that. You don't need it. These service errors.
Must-win fourth set for the Saints and Lattes. And service aces. Oh, that's a perfect pass, though.
Oh!
That was called inside. Finding zone 6 over there.
No, every time they get the opportunity, once they see the ball in the air, they try to go for it. You know, that's great attitude because
Yeah.
they're showing that winning attitude of Maruichi.
That was barely a set. Tinaas lang talaga yung bola at ginawan talaga ng paraan ng Maruichi.
Yeah, but finally,
finally.
finally, Santa Maria gets a point there in the opposite.
6 points already for Santa Maria. Or 6 points only, should we say.
Oh!
And that escapes him. I mean, that's what you want to do, is go straight to the server. That's a good strategy, and that worked out for Maruichi, who gets to 8 points first. Our first technical timeout.
Welcome back to Spikers Turf Invitational Conference 2023. This is the battle for bronze for Maruichi going against the Letran Knights. Now, if you guys notice, Maruichi has improved so much in reading Philippine volleyball plays. And according to Coach Yamamoto, he has been extremely satisfied with how Maruichi has been playing, especially in the past 2 games. He mentioned that the reason towards the immense improvement is because they go against Philippine universities every day via tune-up games, going against Ateneo, EAC, and the like has helped them get to know Philippine volleyball faster and better. Back to you guys.
Oh, that's very interesting. Thanks for that bit, Ayana. And talagang they mean business and they're not wasting the opportunity to learn. Talking about Maruichi, making it worthwhile, this whole trip coming to the Philippines at Christmas time.
So if you're Letran, you know who to blame if you go on to lose this match. Ateneo, EAC.
Oo nga.
No, but seriously, really, for both Maruichi and the local schools, you're right, it is a great opportunity for these tune-up games, and you learn from each other.
Yeah, and I think it goes both ways. I mean, there is definitely some technical transfer also coming from Maruichi. May natututunan din naman yung mga ka-scrimmage nila. I mean, this whole idea of just going all out and no holds barred and mag-error kung mag-error, that whole mentality, that might be something that is uniquely Japanese, that might actually work for our teams.
Yeah, I mean, could be. And it's working for them, especially today. Whenever they see a window, a small window, a crack, everything, they just go for it.
Oh, just like that.
Just like that.
And the lead back to Maruichi. You know, if Maruichi is able to actually pull this off, it's going to be somewhat of, I guess, a surprise. Because they come in with just 1 win. They only beat Perpetual, I think, during the semis.
The last game.
About Maruichi. And on the other hand, mas maraming mga panalo itong Saints and Lattes. So it will be an upset. And that's why Letran, like you said, Noreen, they have to remember what they're about and how they got here.
Yeah. I mean, the journey. You want to cap it off with a bronze medal, you know? Oh!
Nakita natin yung limborak doon, di ba? Ay, naku, itong si Yuji is so full of surprises. So much fun to watch. Let's see direct. Nakita ba yun?
He's a character. Really so animated.
Oh! Almost a footy there, but not quite. Yeah, that's a good one. They need these quick conversions, talking about Letran.
Yeah. And look at this front row. This is where you want to take advantage. You have Himzon, Bautista, Santa Maria.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, you got to score the points here if you're Letran.
Back set. Almost, but Bautista couldn't keep that one in play.
Kashimoto just can't do anything wrong. I mean, even in hitting, he's checking the blocks, looking at the hand, just playing it smart.
Yeah, they play it smart, but they don't play it safe. I mean, that's not playing it safe, but it seems like The coaches have no problem with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. High risk, high returns. Fat.
Yeah, but you know, Letran, I mean, it's 12 all, so they have been, they're also praying for these errors that Maruichi has actually been, you know, been able to eliminate, not eliminate, but to lessen.
Oh, what a time for that to come. Letran grabbing the lead because of an error.
Yeah. Most of the errors coming from the service line from Maruichi, 17 in total today. Oh, that's a good one. Quick thinking, Bautista. Umaarangkada na, making up for that last play when he hit it off the block and outside.
Well, this Letran squad, I think, it has awoken
Yeah.
from the slumber.
And we have a timeout from Maruichi Hyogo. So we see a little bit of a shift again here. It happened late in the third set rather, Noreen, but naubusan ng oras ang SNL, ang Saints and Lattes doon. Kaya nakuha din ng Maruichi, of course, because of their service aces. But this time, the lead is already on the side of Letran.
Yeah, and you like the addition of Winko there in front.
Bautista.
Oh!
Great return there. But,
Oh!
my gosh! What a block there, all alone. Hayakura.
I mean, that was just a great read. You wouldn't think that that would be the first option of Aranio. But yeah, I mean, they just stopped it. They stuffed it.
Yeah. Yes. Iwakura, rather. Oh! Again, into the net, goes that serve, and that's a point. For Letran, 2-point lead for the Saints and Lattes. A must-win fourth set for them. And they need to create their own points, not just count on the errors of Maruichi.
Well, that's the 18th service error of Maruichi.
And they're getting the ball right back. So Maruichi is able to keep in pace here. Kasi nagpapahuli.
That's what they want. You know, they can feel that Letran has gained a slight momentum in the set. So you want to just keep it close. Whoa!
This time coming from Letran, giving Maruichi a dose of their own medicine. That looked really good for number 11, or for Letran. One more time on that. Second technical timeout with Letran leading by 2. We'll be back for more after the break. Two-point lead here for Letran again. A must-win situation for the Saints and Lattes. Oh, and what an unfortunate service error there from Bautista. Parang nasayang yung napaka-laking block si Winko, really coming off the bench. Already 5 points for him. Talking about Kino Winko. of Letran with that picture-perfect solo block earlier. Pero, yun na nga, it's rendered useless, really. And Ambrosio this time, another name that we're calling out for the first time.
You know, that was a perfect set by Aranio, creating that clear space.
Yeah.
No blockers. Look at this. Ambrosio had all day to get that point.
You know, Ambrosio started against Maruichi that first time they met. So maybe he should stay in this game because he's scoring. Oh, that one, definitely, almost scoring. That one off the hands of Ambrosio. And that was, you don't see it on your screen. That ball went right straight to my partner, Noreen.
No, I look at the laptop. It's a laptop. The stats is good there. Oh, it hit the laptop there.
And a good save there by Ambrosio again. And Maruichi recycles, and that one is outside. And the errors now piling up for Maruichi here, to the delight of Letran.
Well, Kashimoto knew it. He saw his reaction after that.
Oh, another challenge here. Maruichi not wasting their challenges at all. But really, the shift we're seeing, pero pakunti-kunti eh. Paunti-unti lang, hindi talaga nakakapag-streak itong Letran, which they need to do. But what are you liking about this fourth set? A lot of energy coming from the Saints and Lattes side.
You know, for me, it's more of, it seemed like Maruichi was going to get this and win this in 4 sets. But Letran, probably, you know, they realized that, hey, we want to win this as well. We got to push this to a 5 set, so they're fighting for every point right now.
Yeah, absolutely untouched here. No black touch. Clear, and you're right about that. And the team coming together. Now we have Winko, who is contributing, you know, people off of the bench. And this is really what Letran needs to do. Ambrosio also with that kill earlier. That's huge for Maruichi. They want the side out.
That's Ishiki. I mean, great set because you have a full front row. You have three blockers in front, and they went for that quick kill. Smart.
Ishiki now with a serve. Sure serve there.
Oh!
Good coverage by Catrice there, and he's celebrating that point. Starting off with his effort.
Yeah.
Good reflexes by Catrice.
Yeah, but Himzon puts a period to that. Just hitting it off the, hitting it off the block. Brushing it, actually, off the blocker.
Yeah, why not?
Oh!
Lucky break, and again, just Himzon on top of everything, just knowing where the ball is, quick thinking, just dropping that ball right back into Maruichi's court.
Yeah, that was an overpass, and if you have a Himzon at the net, come on.
Oh! Mga bawing ganyan, galing sa Maruichi.
Iwakura, that looked good. And sometimes you ask, how come they don't go to the quick more often when you get hits like that, right?
Absolutely. I mean, may tatak Japanese yan, di ba? That's tatak Japan volleyball.
Triple A. Ano yung mga beef na yan? Anong AA na yan?
Oh, yun. Ay! Again, just a little lapse there. Mental lapse for Bautista. You cannot afford those at this point of the game.
I mean, it wasn't the best pass or the best set, but you try your best to try to put it in.
It's a good pass, though. Good reception.
Oh!
And Bautista making up real quickly. Nakabawi si Bautista.
Whatever which way.
Yep.
Using his left there.
Hand, yeah.
Showing us his ambidextrous.
That was a deep attack there. That was definitely a kill, left-handed kill. Back set, back row attack.
Oh!
Buhay pa ang bola. No time to waste here.
Oh,
Good
Still
defense. Good defense we're seeing from Letran, but it's going to be a free ball. Maruichi tries again. And that one is coming off the block. You know, a lot of balls coming our way here. Noreen.
I know.
Yep.
We got a magnet for the balls here.
One more time. That was a hard-earned point for Maruichi dahil bumabalik ang bola. Just kudos to Letran and their defense.
Boy, it's just a one-point game after all of that.
Chance now for Letran.
Oh!
Getting it through the two-man block. Now with a 2-point lead. Letran wants to go for set 5.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? It's great volleyball action, but look at that. Blockers were there.
Yep.
But it's just the power that net the passion to score the point.
There you go.
There you go. Oh!
And that one is going to, oh no, it's untouched. It is untouched. That is going to be a point for Letran.
They signaled the point for Letran is waiting for a challenge. No challenge? No challenge.
A timeout, I think, will be called by Maruichi. Nakikita natin dito ang Letran. Nagtutulungan talaga at this point, which is what they need to do. I mean, they're only 2 points away here. They can just keep it up and just keep their wits about them kasi bumabalik din ang bola sa kanila. But their defense has been working.
And they're working as a team.
Yeah.
That's what you want to see more than anything.
Safe serve. Maruichi will set up. Outside hit. And again, we're seeing Maruichi lapsing into errors. But this time, oh, that's a check ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was actually wide, no? That was not the best angled attack.
Yeah, it was a pretty weird kind of block. That's why I think they got a hand at that. Oh!
Oh,
Good
still
ball!
good. Balik pa rin. Bautista this time.
Oh!
And that was a sure ball for Bautista. He's happy about that. This is what we want to see, actually, from Ben Bautista. We highlighted him at the start of the game, and he has come through in this 4th set.
I mean, yeah, what a time for him to come through. And the celebration after that.
That's right.
Bautista and all that jazz.
Set point. Are we going for the 5th?
There's a check. There's a check. Let's not get ahead of ourselves
There
here.
is a check ball. Lucky for Maruichi because medyo lumolobo yung mga palo nila. But we are still at set point with a timeout.
Magandang kombinasyon dyan. Ha? 1.1 ulit tayo. Yung setter ang magsa-service. Kung papasok lang yung service siya, kailangan natin umisin na maayo. Kailangan natin umisin na maayo. Ngayon, pagka wala ng receive, Riley, ready kayo sa background ni Bender, ha?
Let's go! You know, it's interesting how Coach Esquivel says, kung papasok yung serve nila, he's well aware of the service errors coming from the side of Maruichi. And if we recall how the first set was won by Letran.
Right, but look at who's serving. It's not Kashimoto, it's not Kawagoe. Those are the ones who go for it. This one is more,
This could be it! And again, a team effort. It's Ambrosio with a winning touch there. And it is Letran, just all 6 men on the court coming together to score a win and extend this to a 5-setter. We are going all the way for the battle for the bronze. Ambrosio loving that last point.
We'll throw in the goal too.
Yeah.
because it's 5 sets.
That's right. We'll be back after the break. And what a match it has been so far. 25-22 is how that fourth set went down. Letran is determined to play a fifth set here and go all the way.
I think that's a perfect term, Chicky. Determined. Determination was the key. The primary source of energy and inspiration for Letran. They just wanted to force a fifth set. They did it. I mean, as a team, we kept saying it was a total team effort. It wasn't just Himzon. It wasn't just Bautista, although Bautista did wake up in that fourth set. But you saw a little bit of everything defense, and then their attacking was there. And Maruichi didn't know what hit him. It was a good set. It was a close set, but it was just Letran with a lot of heart there.
And interesting to see the highlight reel because makikita nga natin na maraming nag-contribute, hindi lang si Bautista at hindi lang si Himzon. The numbers here, Nuri.
Yeah, I mean, Maruichi still out-attacked Letran, but look at the errors of Letran. Just 3. I mean, it negated the 3-point advantage in terms of attack by Maruichi, and Maruichi had more errors. So that's pretty much what summed, or how we summed up the fourth set. But we forget about that because we are at the fifth set.
And this is going to go by really fast, so kapit! Oh! And what a way to start this first set, or this fifth set. This is only up to 15, and Himzon just with a monster attack there.
I just got goosebumps seeing that. Because,
did you?
Yeah, because you can feel the, Himzon just wanting it.
Yeah, they want it. There's a chance here for Letran. Ambrosio this time goes up, and that's an error. Going into the net. Yun naman, when you want it too much, yung gigil.
But it's no time to be tentative.
Yeah.
You can't double. What do you call that?
Second guess yourself.
Double guess. Second guess, you got what I mean. Yeah, you can't.
And I think this is where we learn from Maruichi, because if there's something that they're not tentative.
Yeah.
They go all the way each time. As you can see, it's going to have to be that kind of game for Letran as well.
Yeah, because if you're Letran, Kawagoe is going to go for his shots.
Oh, yeah.
Fifth set is not a time to hold back.
And here come these big serves. That's a good up by Catrice. Oh! This time, Bautista couldn't do much with that one. Right position, pero hindi niya mayangat. Masyadong baon eh.
Yeah, I feel that, yes, you want to go a lot to Himzon, but when you're out of position, I think you should give it to like Santa Maria. Just if you're out of position, don't force the issue.
Santa Maria there. And he goes to the corner pocket.
Yeah.
And he scores. Yun na.
Case in point. Exhibit A.
Yes. Right on cue. And we see also the adjustments happening real time for Letran.
Good serve, good pass.
Oh, blockers were there for Letran. They go one more. Back set. Hinanap si Santa Maria. Yuji! Getting the better of Catrice there.
See how creative he is?
Yeah.
Blockers were there. Himzon was there, but he just knew how to elude Himzon.
Oh, boy. And makikita rin natin, kaya niyang ibabawan yung block, kaya niyang lihisin yung block. And that's the talent of Yuji. Kawagoe. It's going to be off system. Bautista will make do. Another chance. Letran recycles. Himzon there was caught. And that is way inside. And Yuji, it's going to be Yuji Kawagoe again, leading all scorers here on the field.
Boy, he's possessed here in the fifth set. He seems to just block off the blockers in front of him.
Yep. Timeout, Letran.
Para si Vince yung nasa cross-court. Ang laki ng space dito, mahirapan talaga yung tagay natin. Ha? Huwag kang maniwala na ang gitna yung papatay. Go! Tulong mo naman. Go!
Saints and Lattes! Saints and Lattes! Saints and Lattes!
5 serving into. It's only a 3-point lead, but we are in set number 5, and you want to play catch-up if you're Letran.
Yeah, I mean, but we have to give it to Maruichi. Really, they just find ways to attack, but Letran needs to stop.
Ooh.
Vince Himzon! he needs to step up!
That is so true. You know, if you are just joining us now, if you got caught in traffic or decided to just stay home because of all the traffic, I mean, this is the best time to catch the last day of Spikers Turf, because we are in the 5th set, and soon after we are going to see the start of the gold medal match. Things have been so exciting today, this last day of competition here at the Spikers Turf. And the blocking again. It has been the blocking of Maruichi that has been a surprise today. That was not their strength in the past games.
You know, before that, yeah, okay, they had a good block, but before that, Bautista was asking Aranyo for it, but Aranyo decided to go to the middle, and that kind of disrupted their play. But then, yeah, I mean, good block by Maruichi.
At dito naman, this is what Letran is counting on, the errors at the service for Maruichi that could be their undoing if they're not careful.
Well, they've built a big enough a lead to be able to have these service errors, but yeah, again, in the 5th set, you don't want it to be about errors.
But like we said, they don't hold back. They don't know anything else but to just go all power. Like this guy. I'm sure he has gained a pretty solid fan base here, Yuji Kawagoe. We want you back. And we won't be surprised if you be suited up, like we said, in the national team kit jersey, no?
Eventually,
Yeah.
outside.
Again, that's 2 points from the service error for the Japanese.
But that's their brand of play. They
Yeah,
go,
ganun talaga eh.
yeah, they go for their attacks, whether it's an attack or a serve, and then, you know, they just risk it all.
Yeah, they do. No holds barred. Oh, chance here for Letran to score. Good defense for Maruichi. Oh, blockers were there. That block, but it was just too strong for Ambrosio to keep it in play.
It was a huge point for Maruichi. It looked like Letran was going to score, but they were able to stop it.
And quality exchanges we're seeing here, of course, but there are also the service errors coming from the side of Maruichi. And, you know, if you're Letran, you want to stop, of course, the go-to guy, Kawagoe, who has already scored 28 points, but, you know, that is it's a good thing to think about. In principle, you know what to do, but how do you do it? How do you stop Yuji Kawagoe when he seems to just know exactly where to be and where to put the ball?
Easier said than done.
Yeah, you know, in other words, easier said than done.
Easier said than done. But, you know, you have to give it to him. He's in the zone right now. Well, the Letran needs stops. Points.
And, you know, these combination attacks have been working also for Letran. And, you know, they don't have much time. They really have to get things right. No room for errors because we are only playing for 15. And they've cut the lead to 2. But Letran really in the pressure cooker right now. Oh,
Good
great
dig.
stop there. Ambrosio.
Oh!
Ganda naman ang habol ng Maruichi doon. Another chance here. Aranyo will recycle.
Oh! Still alive!
Still alive. Oh! Look at this. Look at the defense coming from Maruichi. And it has been the defense. Look at that. Just unrelenting Maruichi Hyogo there.
That's the best rally, I
Wow.
would say. It was the longest, but it was the best rally.
Floor defense, look at that. They just ayaw magpapatay ng bola talaga itong Maruichi. And yan ang pwede rin nating matutunan mula dito sa ating Japanese guests. Oh, yeah. Hinga ng konti. Hinga ng konti.
Oh, no chance.
Oh, wow! From the right pin. Look at that. That was such a beauty. Number 14, Kashimoto with a killer.
Boy, they're all feeling it in Maruichi. Maruichi. They're all going for it.
This has been the best showing for Maruichi. Really, that talagang they peaking at exactly the right time. We have a timeout.
Isa. Maganda naman yung pasa, di ba? Oo. Apat lang yan. Kailangan natin kumapit. Huwag kayong tumigil hanggat hindi pumipito referee. Hindi pa kaya ang bola eh. Ang problema, tayo umatake, tumitigil kayo sa likod eh. Ha? Ikaw nagsasabi na.
Tara! Saints and Lattes! Saints and Lattes! Saints and Lattes!
You know, we hear that often from coaches. Parang tumigil na kayo maglaro, hindi pa pumipito, hindi pa tapos. And I guess that's a good way really to describe what is happening on the side of Letran.
Yeah, they just want them to keep going, you know, and not, again, keep stopping and thinking.
Yeah.
Like that.
They cannot let all of the good defense kasi nga ayaw mamatay nung bola, and that seems to be getting them down and getting them to doubt themselves, talking about Letran.
Yeah. And, you know, right now, they need to dig deep. They're down by 3. They're not out of it. The race is to 15. They have to dig deep, talking about Letran.
Oh, but that was not deep enough. That was a killer. Another one from the right pin. That seems to be the place where most of the damage is coming from for Maruichi now. Kuroda there with a killer.
That was deep for
Yeah, that was deep for
Kuroda.
Yeah, that's true.
Very deep.
Let's see. Oh, good reflexes. Just the defense here.
Yeah.
Oh! And it takes a Himson, really, to score a kill against Maruichi. Kailangan ganun kalalim.
Yeah, because, you know, the defense, the floor defense, the reaction time of Maruichi on point here in the 5th set. You have to be creative if you're Letran.
Still a 3-point deficit for Letran. Maruichi on the move. Another chance here. Yuji gets the ball once again, and the gut shot. It's just so much precision now. Talagang parang he just kept fine-tuning and fine-tuning, and now he can't do anything wrong.
You know, the blocks, they don't stop him. They don't hinder him.
Yeah.
Or slow him down. They challenge him.
Nakakahanap siya ng dadaanan talaga ng bola niya. And we have a challenge here. Alam mo, may mga nanonood dito commenting also about not only the skill of the Japanese player, pero ang popogi daw. Totoo naman, nakakatuwa. Sabi nung ating, ating one of the fans, no? She has been a fan of Japanese volleyball for a long time dahil nga ang hirap ng access sa content. Aside from the personalities, ito very interesting and fun to watch. I mean, that is so true. More than really their skills and their know-how, it's their personality that we love about the Japanese teams that come our way. Not just Maruichi, the other guest teams, even on the women's volleyball side, and of course in the VNL.
Yeah, of course in the VNL, which is, by the way, next year.
Malapit na. And that one is outside. A break here. A break for Letran, still with the 3-point deficit. And this is a really clutch time for this guy, Vince Himson.
And he's at the back, so you know, the people in front, you have Santa Maria, Winko, and Bautista. You got to step up.
Oh, service ace for Vince Himson. That is definitely clutch.
That's clutch. That's huge.
Yeah, huge. And right away, a timeout just to ice Vince Himson here. All right, Marine, it's time for you to guess, not second guess, but guess what that huddle was all about, and what do you need to remember if you are Maruichi?
For me, I think it's just to stop Letran, the run that they're making right now. Because you have to say Maruichi's just playing very well here in the 5th set. Letran is no pushover. They will get their points. So just play your game and try to win this 5th set.
They're up by 2 after all.
Good
Great save by Aranyo there. And we have a rally again brewing here. Yuji! Almost, but not quite. Look at Yuji. He's hitting 30 points already, I think. And this is the biggest that he's scored. #1 scorer here in the semifinals. And talagang malilihis siya. Hahanapan niya talaga ng madadaanan yung kanyang mga palo.
But again, a good set. A one-on-one created, right, by Maruyama. So, one-on-one for Kawagoe. Come on.
Oh, that's going to be an ace. Not quite. Look at the defense by the Saints and Lattes. Amazing defense we're seeing on both sides. But that one still ends up a point for Maruichi. Just the effort for defense. Is everybody just going for the A boards, and we are at the dreaded match point. If you're Letran, of course, and the rest of the Filipinos, of course, rooting for the local teams. But Maruichi, I mean, they have been on fire.
Like that.
Yeah, but that's a good first ball here. A chance for Letran. And that's one match point saved by the Saints and Lattes. And the Saints, they have to be praying to all of them at this point. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. They cannot afford any error at this point.
This is 3 match points that they need to save here. Talking about Letran. Let's see if Maruichi can end it now. And they do! Maruichi gets the bronze medal. And Letran with an upset here. And it took 5 sets to do it. This is the longest that Maruichi has been able to play here at the Spikers turf. What an effort. And one more time, it's got to be Yuji.
It's a man named Yuji Kawagoe who was possessed. He was a man in a mission, and he followed it through all the way to the 5th set.
Well-deserved match point for this guy, Yuji Kawagoe, and the rest of the Maruichi team. We're going to talk more about this 5-setter after the break. Stay right there.
You're still watching the Spiker Surf Invitational Conference 2023, and that concludes our bronze medal match. Congratulations to Maruichi, our Japanese team here right now in the Philippines. Now, of course, omedeto, konnichiwa, congratulations. We have here Yuji Kawagoe, and he scored a total of 32 points. That is 31 attacks, 1 block, and 29 receptions. Now, of course, we have our translator here with us, with Yuji. Now, Yuji, my first question is a little bit hard or a little bit serious. I just want to learn about their experiences here in the Philippines in terms of Philippine volleyball.
このフィリピンでの経験を教えてください。
ブロックが日本に比べて高かったので、ブロックとの戦い方を学ぶことができました。
The block was so high and strong, so I could learn how to hit attack against good blocks.
All right. Now, of course, we want to make this interview a little bit more fun. I want to know the favorite food and places so far that you guys have visited here in the Philippines.
ご飯も行ったところ記憶に残っているところも教えてもらえますか。
ご飯がホテルのお肉料理が美味しかったのと、行ったところで記憶の残っているのがショッピングモールで値下げ交渉するのが初めての体験だったので面白かったです。
I love the meat. Also, it was good experience to go to Green Hills and how to make a discount. Yeah. It was the first experience to make a discount.
Yes, make tawad. That's so interesting. Now, of course, congratulations, omedeto once again. It's now your time to greet your supporters in Japan. Any message to those watching from Japan?
日本の皆さんへのメッセージをお願いします。
フィリピンで頑張ってきました。
We did our best in Philippines.
All right, thank you so much. Arigato gozaimasu. Congratulations once again to Yuji. Congratulations to Maruichi. And thank you guys so much for being here in the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. Back to you, Chiki and Noreen.
Thanks so much, Ayan. I think you asked the questions for the many fans that he has made. Yan yung mga gusto malaman ng fan base ngayon ni Yuji Kawagoe na I'm sure lumalaki na. Marunong na siya tumawad. Nag-enjoy mag-sampling sa Tiangge.
Sa Green Hills
Oo,
talaga.
and talagang despite all the Kobe beef in Japan, gusto daw niya yung beef dito.
Beef steak Tagalog. Yeah, but you know, we have to give it to Maruichi. They fought a tough battle. And Letran was, again, no pushover.
Oh, no.
But they just showed us that if you play with a lot of heart, a lot of good things will happen.
They were the better team, and we said Big Peak just right in the nick of time because this was their last game. It would have been enjoyable to see them grow even more. But, you know, they came in as the invited guests. But taking a look at last time for the numbers,
Yeah, they just showed us that their strength really is attacks. They use it from start to finish. Everything else is history. But we got to say, Letran, we're proud of you, your journey. You made it this far. You didn't get a medal, but still, you made it to the semifinals above, what, 20 other teams.
Yeah.
So hats off to you and your program.
yeah, they made a lot of fans also, and we will look forward to their performance in the NCAAs. Meantime, we are going to hurry up out of here because this is what's next. The gold medal match between the Signal HD Spikers and the NU Santa Elena NU Nationals. On behalf of Noriko,